the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Washington leading now by 4. It's Wall with the drive. It's Beal on the wing. The shot. The Wizards with another miss.
Well, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
And that one's good. And the Wizards lead by 7.
He's one of the guys they don't mind taking the 3 in transition when he's that open. He's lethal out there.
Thompson misses. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And checking out some numbers here for Bradley Beal. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 15 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. I'm sure he's happy with the way things have been going. Those are some nice, steady numbers.
Well, how could he be unhappy about him, Steve? I mean, he'd probably like to see just a little more of an uptick in him, just the same, but nothing to not be content about there.
Irving's shot is good.
What a great little run he's on here in the quarter.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Washington making some changes. Gortat's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Nene comes in for Chris Humphries. And Rasul Butler's subbed in for Paul Pierce. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. And Harris subbed in for J.R. Smith. Butler kicks to Wall. Lock at 6. Gortat, the pass to Wall. Gortat dishes to Butler. The Wizards working the ball around now. Harris against Beal. And again, Washington no good. The Cavaliers trail by 5.
Well, the Wizards very high on their young, athletic backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Both so young and lively. They can run the floor and score. I get the feeling they feel like the backcourt is really the foundation for this franchise moving forward.
And Cleveland making a change here. Jones is checked in. And Beal with his great outside shooting. A nice compliment to John Wall.
You know, you watch Wall, how much he's improved as a shooter, but he's best really attacking off the dribble. With Beal spacing the floor, I think they make a nice 1-2 punch.
And that one's good by Gortat.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Now, here is Irving. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento. Wall against Irving. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland. Wizards leading by 5. Wall attacking. And he takes that one up and powers it through. Wow, and that sort of Showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark?
And so that brings the first half to a close. Wizards lead by 7. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center. And now the third quarter about to get going.
Cleveland has its hands full guarding against the wall.
He's got 14 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
Yeah, he really is. He's always looking to make the passes. Head up, eyes up, trying to find the open teammate.
Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Nene down low with Gortat. And it's Butler in the small forward position. That's Randy Whitman's 5 as we get into the second half. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
Well, that's the best way to get that early offense, Clark. As soon as you come up with a steal, just sprint the other direction.
And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Timofey Mozgov, 7'1", shot blocker and rebounder. Still pretty foul-prone defensively, but he has really become an interior presence.
And Mozgov, offensively, can get you some nice second-chance buckets.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Kevin, that he's a decent roll man in the pick and roll, and he can knock down the three-pointer on occasion. So, nice combination for that big guy.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, Tristan Thompson switched his shooting hand before last season. He entered the league as a lefty, but transitioned to shooting righty. His thinking? At the end of the day, I want to be the best player I can. If that takes an adjustment in my jump shot or anything else, why not make that switch? He's shown he's willing to put in the work, gentlemen.
He certainly is. Thanks, Doris.
Well, we know how talented he is. It's just a question of how good can he become if he continues to put the work in.
Butler kicks to Beal. To the right side. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And here's a list of players that have been coming through for their team on both ends of the floor. The point guards with the most steals over the course of the last month. Number 5 is John Wall.
And with these guys, they're always going to give you an outstanding effort at both ends of the floor. And it takes very aggressive defense to put up steal numbers like that.
And that kind of aggression is exactly what you need from your point guard, Steve. At the point of attack, he sets the tone for your defense. And this bunch gives their counterparts very little room to operate on the perimeter.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Gortat never really felt at home in Phoenix, it seemed, but he got a lot of his bounce back to his step when he was traded to the Wizards, where he was really a great fit alongside that young backcourt.
Here's Irving. 7 points in the game. Out to the right wing. J.R. Smith on the wing. Left side, Miller. Back to Smith. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why.
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
Let's see some of the numbers here on Kevin Love. He's been just lighting it up recently. The stats speak for themselves. 9th in rebounding. And he's in the top 15 in points per game, so he's a guy you have to account for defensively.
And, Steve, I think where he's ranked on the rebounding list tells you a lot about his game right now. I mean, he's a smash-mouth glass eater.
And on the way from Irving for 3. And it's Miller penetrating. The kick out to Irving. A three-pointer is right on target. Irving's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Cavs. Washington calls timeout. Kevin Love, an incredible rebounder. It seems Stevie's brought that same desire and tenacity to his overall development as a player.
Yeah, his commitment to his conditioning has been big. His development with his three-point shooting, constantly working on his game, and he's become one of the big stars in this league by putting in the time and effort.
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Gortat with his 3-9. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
It's deflected. Gortat with the steal. Three-pointer, Butler. They get the rebound. Passed to Wall. Beal with it. Now Smith defending. Here's Wall. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Irving attacking. Miller outside. Clock at 6. Inside. Here's Irving. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area they just can't afford to get lazy with.
You know, I think the effort's been there, Steve, but they're still getting outworked just by a skosh.
Shot from the wing. Another one falls for Washington.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
From outside the arc. Again, Irving missing.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Butler dishes to Beal. Gortat against Love. It's Wall with the drive. Another one falls for Washington.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through, and that's not something they should get away from.
Right side, Irving. Love kicks to Miller. Smith for 3. It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits at
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
the Cavaliers trail by 11. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Mike Miller. Ozgov is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Irving. And it's Smith in at the 2. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And Mike Miller gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the Wizards now. Gortat, the pass to Butler. And it's Wall in the corner. Another one falls for Washington.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Here's Irving. Misses off the right iron.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. Miller with a wide open look.
2 points.
The good-looking shot from the wing.
Mike Miller.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Wall draws the double. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And Gortat kicks to Butler. That doesn't go either for Butler. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. They push it up 4 on 3. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Beal gets a wide open look. And that comes off. assist by John Wall.